While out harvesting ice, and not taking much care, Zaphod slipped off the edge, and had quite a scare. In chilly, deep waters, and struggling to swim, Zaphod grew cold, and the frost did set in. But now covered in crystals, and with a great burst of speed, the surface Zaphod reached, and from the water was freed. Whoop. Whoop. Hello, I'm Recoded Zaphod, and welcome to episode 22 on the Centricraft-2 server. All the twos this episode. Alright, well, for this episode, it's December now, and I'm getting a bit into the winter spirit. So you should have noticed I've got an icy covered skin texture for this season, and you can see I started doing a thing with snow, but I want to make at least the area around here a bit more festive. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up a bunch of snowmen, and then tow them around the spawn area, try and get as much of it covered in snow as possible, and then put bits of ice. I wasn't wearing my elytra. That was smart. Let's try it again. Okay, I'm just going to ender pearl down to my stuff. Okay. So now with my elytra on, I can fly across the rest of this. Alright, so take two. Now I have all my stuff back. I want to make this all frosty. So yeah, I'm going to try and take some snowmen across it with the snowman lawnmower system. I'm probably going to leave the Halloween area, but try and get a lot of this covered in snow and maybe some piles of ice. And yeah, try and get it a bit frosty. Obviously, the desert over here, I'm pretty certain snowmen take damage when they go into the desert because of the temperature. So obviously, I think that'll have to be left unsnowed. But I think around this way, towards... Ooh, I think this might be a new shop that I haven't seen yet. Stand on slime and click button for slime shop. Okay, is this the entrance? Okay, this is exciting. I guess this is what I'm going to be doing. Oh! Okay, that's really cool. So this. 1 stack, 4 diamonds. Alright, that seems reasonable. And it's got an ender chest. I don't need any slime right now, but at least I know where to come when I do want it. So I assume this is the way out. Okay, that's cool. I think I'm gonna try this again because this is rather enjoyable. Oh, that's great. Okay. So I think the first thing I need to do is collect up enough snow to make a whole load of snowmen. So I need to build a little snow collection area to get the snow to make the snowmen. So I guess I can collect this because I did make a few and sort of just let them loose over here, but they didn't move around very much and they look to have died off. I don't know whether mobs got them or what, but so I'm going to probably collect up this snow, and then I can turn it into a couple of snowmen, get infinite snow off of them, and then, make the whole place snowy. So I've encountered a slight problem that the snow golems appear not to make snow over here. And I think that's because this is a plains biome, whereas over here, this bit, this is a... Wait, this is plains as well? What? But they left trails... I am very confused. Okay, so I'm going to try again, and this time I'm going to be 1 block higher, because I think that's the difference, that when it needs to be above a certain height to work. Aha! We have snow. Wonderful. And I push them into... Okay, those two aren't getting snow, but these two are. That's just... Okay then, I guess. Oh, I should have made these out of something which isn't mineable with a shovel. Yeah, I'm going to grab some stone and put that in instead. And now I have that in, I should be able to just hold down with my shovel. Let's make sure I don't have that in my hand. And I should be able to hit both of these. And yeah, it should just generate lots and lots of snowballs for me, which I can then combine into blocks of snow. So now I've got a bunch of snow. I'm debating what to do with it, because I've just discovered if I wanted to snow up this landscape, I would have to do it manually, because it's all too low to have the snow golems do it for me. So I am tempted just to... Oh, I guess this bit up here is probably high enough to have some on. I guess I might just find any bits of land which are high enough to have the golems produce snow on it. And yeah, just set a few loose, I think would be a good idea. So if I just do this, and then I can just spam the pumpkins on top. And just let them all loose. I think I'm actually going to grab this as well. Yeah. Because then they end up looking like snowmen instead of snow golems. I strongly suspect this one, for example, looks like he's heading very much towards a desert, which is not very friendly to them. But, yeah. Okay. High bit of land just here, right between Intense Place and Amradorn's Place, which both are looking amazing, by the way. It's a really cute little hut here, and you've got the paths in between, and yeah. So, worth checking them out if you haven't watched our videos already. But, yeah, I might give them a bit of a surprise with some snowmen. I guess it's sort of a mini prank, but a seasonal prank, right? That makes it perfectly fine. So I'm getting some of these areas nicely snowed up by themselves. But I think this large area around here, it's very much empty. So I feel like maybe I need to do some manual snowing of this area. Make it look at least like there's a bit down here. I don't think I need to make it like super thick or anything, or cover the whole thing, but just get a bit of snow around, make it look a bit festive. These snowmen don't seem to be spreading very far, so I'm going to leash up a few of these and use them like a bit of a snowing lawnmower, and just, yeah, tow them behind me and see if I can get a decent amount of snow down, which will be a lot quicker, particularly on these bits up here where they can actually get snow from the snowmen. It'll definitely be quicker for me to tow around a horde that I've leashed than it will for placing them one snow layer at a time. So yeah, I keep going with this. I am the Snowman King. So having got into the festive mood with a bit of snow, I think the rest of this episode is going to be focusing on the other part of what Christmas is all about, which is capitalism, selling stuff. So I've got a whole load of gunpowder and paper. All the gunpowder's from my witch farm, and the paper's from my sugarcane farm, which is still a fairly manual affair down there. I go and chop it up. I do have the minecart hoppers underneath to collect up the bits I don't pick up. But yeah, it's still very manual. So at some point, I think I need to switch that over, probably to a zero-tick version. But for now, I've got plenty. And yeah, I'm going to be using this to make a whole load of rockets. And I'm going to make a rocket shop. So yeah, I'm probably going to speed up making all of these. But I've got a whole load of shulker boxes. And I think this should be the right number for the amount of materials I've got. And I think I'm going to dye them all red to match, you know, the rockets. So it's nice and obvious what they are. I've already dyed my own rocket box red, so it'll match with that at least. So now I have some stock, which this is quite a lot of rockets, to be perfectly honest, because yeah, like even a shulker box of rockets is more than most people need. Yeah, now I need to decide where I'm going to be putting my shop. So I think it's probably going to be on this hill up here. Now, do I want it on this side or that side? So I think I do actually want to put it on this side of the trading hall. And actually, I've got some plans for this area. I want to basically rebuild everything that's up here because I'm not really satisfied with the design style on the trading hall. Because yeah, it looks a bit bland and plain compared to, say, the Iron Factory, which I'm actually quite pleased with how that turned out, and got the style down there as well. And yeah, I think up here, what eventually I'd quite like to do is build a sort of castle or like mini fortress sort of thing across this hill, and have the villagers, all my traders, in here, and have it all completely safe from everything. But yeah, I don't think the current trading hall works particularly well with that style. So I think that's going to get remodeled at some point. And the kelp farm, I think, is a bit of an eyesore as well. So I might tear that down and possibly reconstruct it underground somewhere if I still feel that I want to get lots of kelp. But for now, I think what I'm going to do is even out this terrain a bit through here and put in a like rocket shop sort of little hut, I guess. And I think I want to make it out of, if I use red and white concrete for like the walls, it should indicate what it is without just being a giant rocket, because that's certainly something which I know has been done before, and is sort of the obvious choice for a rocket shop is just a giant rocket. But I think I'd want to keep it in the style of a little sort of building. So yeah, I'm going to need to grab the ingredients for red and white concrete and tear down this bit of hill and then put in that somewhere where it would fit within a wall for a sort of castle or fortification up on this hill. So I'm going to do that. I think that will actually look best as a time lapse. So I now have this built, and I quite like it. I managed to do it on an angle, which I haven't really done before, and I think it worked out okay. I've gone with the prismarine, the dark prismarine slabs for the roof, because I quite like them as a sort of roofing tile. But it does mean if I want to keep that as a theme for the whole of this area, once I get it done, I'm going to need rather a lot of prismarine. So I think possibly a guardian farm is in the cards before I get going with the rest of this. But now I'm going to put all of the stock in here. So, oh, if I can do that, yeah, that should do it. Yes. I'm going to want an ender chest in here to make it a proper shop, and then I'm going to use this to decide the price. So I've got an empty box I can put in there to label how much it will be for. So 1 shulker. How many diamonds should I make it? So how many? That's 27 stacks. What's a good price? A diamond for every... Do it for every 9? So it's 3 and then 1 diamond for the shulker, so make it like 4 diamonds. That seems fairly cheap. I'll make it 5. 5 for the shulker box. And yeah, hopefully that'll be a reasonable price. And yeah, I've got enough stock that should get through those. And actually, how are my own rockets? That'll last for now. Yeah, that should be fine. So I don't need to nab one of these for myself. Let's make this look pretty though. Spread them out a bit to yeah, just make them look a bit prettier. There we go. And yeah, that's the little rocket shop completed. Obviously, I need to do the surrounding area, but because that's quite a big project, I think that'll just come in time. And hopefully it won't confuse anyone that there's a bit of wall just sort of in the way. Because eventually this wall should go all the way around this area. But yeah, that's a rocket shop, and it's open. So that's going to be all for this episode. As always, I'd love to hear any feedback you have in the comments down below the video. I've been Recoded Zaphod, and thanks for watching.